All right, y'all. It's your boy Jamie from the Comic Hunt, back with another video. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one. I took a little time off to spend the holidays with my family, but now that it's come to the end of the year, 2020 is over, finally, I figured I'd do something fun like a little top 10 list. So I chose to go with top 10 valuable appearances. I used valuable appearances instead of first appearances because there's a little controversy when it comes to that, and I don't agree with most people when it comes to what is first, second, and third, as opposed to cameo and full appearances. And I've done a video on that. You can go and check that out. But for this, I decided to go with valuable appearances, so there weren't no arguments there. I used the Key Collector app as my resource. I was going through there. I found they have a bunch of different categories. One of the categories was first appearances for 2020, so I figured there's about 60 books on there, maybe more. I decided to go through there and find out which ones are the most valuable, and this is current value. There were a bunch on the list that were of higher value at one point, but now they've dropped down, so they won't make this top 10 list. This list is current as of New Year's Eve on 2020. I'm making this video. So, without further ado, I will start with I have a couple of runner-ups. So I will start with Catwoman 23 as our first runner-up. The reason it made the list was there was a new Catwoman. This book is valued at $15 right now. And I'm surprised it's here, honestly, because who cares about a new Catwoman? I didn't read it. Maybe it's a great writing or something like that, and everybody loves it, but it made the runners-up section of this list. Moving on to Lois Lane, number 8. This is technically not a first appearance. This is her second appearance. It is The Kiss of Death. She first appears in Lois Lane, number 7. This book right now is valued at $15. I don't think that it's hot for the first appearance, though. This is the one with that gnarly cover that was all blue, has Lois ripping her shirt open and the Superman symbols underneath it. It's a very dope cover, so I believe it's hot for that reason. But besides the fact it's on the list, and I have it here in the runner-up category. The last one in the runner-ups is Batman number 90. This isn't a first appearance. This is the designer. This is the designer's full appearance. The first appearance was in another book. We'll talk about that book later on down the list. But this book is also $15. And it's not bad anyways, but it is not good enough to make the top 10. So that concludes our runner-up section. It's time to move on to the actual top 10 list. Rounding out the top 10 at number 10 is Batgirl number 50. This is the first appearance of Ryan Wilder. She is, I believe she's the first black Batgirl, but the significance, what made this book pop was she was being introduced on the CW TV show as the new Batgirl. This is the only book on the list that is at $15 value. I had to decide between this one and the 3 runner-ups as to which one would actually make the list, and I think this book has the most potential going forward. So I chose Batgirl number 50 for the 10 spot. So moving on to number 9. Number 9, we have The Legion of Superheroes, issue number 6. This is the full appearance of Gold Lantern. When I bought this book, I thought it was the first appearance. Supposedly there's a cameo in another book, but this is the book that made the list. It is valued at $18, and it's a pretty dope book regardless. I got it. I like the cover, and I'm glad it made the list. Moving on to number 8 on the list. This is a combo set of books. Both books were on the list. One of them wouldn't have made the list. The other one did, but I believe that they come hand in hand together. So this is Venom number 25 and Venom number 26. These are the cameo and full appearances, the first and second of Codex and Virus. I believe that to be the case. One of them has a cameo and then a full in 25, and then vice versa, something like that. But regardless, issue number 25 is valued at $18, and that's why it makes the list. and I piggybacked number 26, which is valued at $10, considering that they are pretty much connected to each other. Moving on to number 7 on the list, Star Wars, Darth Vader, issue number 1. I expected there to be a lot more Star Wars on here, to be quite honest with you. There were more Star Wars in the category section on the full list over at Key Collector, but this is the only one that had enough value at the current time right now to make the top 10. It is the first appearance of Z67. I don't read this, so I wouldn't know personally, but the app states that this is Vader's droid. It's one of his servant droids, and it is valued at $20, so that's not bad if you have that book. Moving on to number 6, we have Captain Marvel: The End, issue number 1. I believe this is a one-shot. There was a bunch of these books. This one makes the list because it has multiple first appearances. They are children. This is set in a future alternate universe, and the children of some of our favorite heroes are now front and center. And we get Irene LeBeau, that is the daughter of Rogue and Gambit. We get Katie Barton, that is the child of Black Widow and Hawkeye. And we get Carol Rhodes, which is War Machine's daughter. This book is valued at $20, and that's why it hits the list at number 6. Moving on to number 5 on the list, we have Batman Adventures number 2. This is the first Sunny. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she is the daughter of Deathstroke. I had left this book on the wall the day of, and then I had a little bit of regret, so I went to go pick it back up at the end of the day. Only the B cover was there. So I was like, whatever. I was out on the A cover. I went back the next week, and I was just scanning through the last week's comics book, and there was the A cover sitting there, nice clean copy. So I snagged it, and I'm glad I did, because the book is valued at $20 and is number 5 on the 2020 Top 10 Valuable Appearances list. Moving on to number 4. We have the only independent book. It's IDW. I believe it's IDW. Yeah, it's IDW. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 101. Again, I thought there would be a lot more Turtles on the list. There were a couple other issues on the full list, but none of them were up in value like this one. Not enough to make the top 10. This is the first appearance of Mona Lisa in comic books. She first appeared in the animated series, I believe the one that we watched back in the 80s, 90s when we were kids. But she hadn't made it to comics until just now, and that's why this book is popping. There is an extra added bonus of this is technically the first leader as well, I believe. And the book is valued at $20, and it's super cheap. I believe it's going to go way up more than that. So, moving on, we have our top 3. So 4 through 10, and if you want to even include the runner-ups, they're all pretty much the basics, same average in value, somewhere between $15 and $20. But the top 3, they take the top 3, all fairness, they are leagues ahead of the others. So with no dispute, I don't think they'll be. We'll start with number 3. We have Thor, issue number 5. So this is the full appearance of Black Winter. It's the second appearance, and there's even controversy to that, but it's definitely the second appearance. It could be more than that. The first appearance was in issue number 4. There are some retcons that people do, the fans like to do, and they're trying to say that it might be Silver Surfer Black or even another book from the 80s, but I'm pretty sure that, Cates came out and said that that's not the case. Regardless, that doesn't matter, that this is the top 10 valuable appearances, not first, second, or third. And issue number 5 of Thor turns out to be is the key for Black Winter, as it's valued at $50. So a strong third place there by Thor, issue number 5. Moving on to number 2, we have Strange Academy number 1. I had another issue with this one, kind of like I did with Batman Adventures 2. I didn't want this book when it first came out. My daughter seen the ad down the line. It was still early. I could have got the book for cover. It was on the shelves. Thought I grabbed it. Didn't grab it. Picked up 2 through 6. Went to start reading it with her. Realized I didn't have issue number 1. Searched all around. Couldn't find it. Wound up getting the Walmart variant. Lucked out. Got that for her. And then my local comic shop came through, Royal Collectibles. And they found me a first print, the design variant. I wound up getting from them. So we'll put that to the side now to be her good copy, and we'll read the Walmart variant. But it's on the list for multiple first appearances as well. The most notable is Emily Bright and Doyle Dormammu. I think I said that properly. And if you have this book and you got it off the shelf for $4, you're sitting nice at $65 for a raw copy. So you did pretty damn good. So that's number 2 on the list. And that brings us to number 1. Number 1 is Batman number 89. So this goes kind of hand in hand with Batman 90 a little bit. This is the first appearance of Punchline. That's the significant character in here. Designer also makes his first appearance. I put this together with Hell Arisen issue number 3 because we all know that that's the second appearance, but everybody wants to go back and forth on which is what, cameo, full, this, that, and the other. Batman 89 and Hell Arisen 3 would both be number 1 by themselves. Batman 89 is valued at $75, while Hell Arisen 3 is valued at $70. So whichever one you have, you're sitting pretty nice right now. But either way, Punchline takes the year, as she is definitely the most valuable first appearance that we got out of 2020. So if you appreciate this list, if you have any arguments, if any books that you believe should have been on the list that I missed, any of that good stuff, you could go ahead and leave a comment down below. While you're there, if you can, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notifications, and leave a thumbs up, leave a like on the video. That would be much appreciated. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Somehow, I hope you enjoyed your 2020. Definitely enjoy your new year, and I will see you in 2021. Peace.